All right, guys, how's it going? So, the other day, or maybe last week, I can't remember because I'm in England at the moment, as you can see, this is my usual environment. But before I left Spain for England, there was that interview that came out with Tom Werner saying that he thought it would be a good idea for Liverpool Football Club to go and play in New York, for example, in the States. One Premier League game or something like that. Or, take Premier League games basically out of England, all over the world or whatever. And then he come up with some nonsense about, well, we could subsidise fan travel and all that. Yeah, right. Anyway, so he went along with that, right? And then in the same interview, John Henry said, well, I don't know what he's on about, silly cunt. I don't think that's a good idea. Because of that, people are now saying maybe they're not on the same page anymore, right? Maybe they're not on the same page anymore because they've got a difference of opinion. Well, first of all, you can have a difference of opinion with your best friend, your wife, your husband, your mum, your dad, your kids, anyone. Doesn't mean you've fallen out. Just sometimes you have different ideas. Don't get me wrong, the shit can hit the fan and then you can fall out. But, and especially in business, you can have different opinions on what you want to do with your asset, your business, whatever. Back in 2022, I remember saying that there were rumours circulating from key personnel within Anfield that suggested that Werner and John Henry had a difference of opinion over what to do with the club, whether to sell or whether to hold, to stay. And in the same year, later that year, in the November, the club did go up for sale, or were looking for minor investors or whatever for investment or a potential sale. So, they obviously at some point came to a conclusion together, as they would, because they're very good friends who've worked together for a very long time. And they've decided to pursue the interests of minor investment, although the door remains open on a club sale, in my opinion. So that was one example of, when there was a difference of opinion. It's not a big deal, is it? Now, do you remember the £77 ticket scandal, drama at Anfield? Do you remember that? When FSG, brought in that £77 proposal or whatever. And there was the walkout and all that. And then they backtracked and said, oh, we're sorry, we didn't mean it. Do you remember that? I remember saying at the time, and I've always maintained this, I don't believe for 1 minute any of that was genuine. I don't believe any of it was genuine. Because you're not telling me that not one person within that organisation, or one person within Liverpool Football Club, more importantly, or any of the think tank around there or anything, never stood up and went, that probably won't go down very well, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, because we know, as the mere mortals, the mere peasants, the supporters, we know that you do that, shit's going to hit the fan, right? I'm convinced that all of that was just an attempt to, you could say maybe just test the water a little bit, but certainly to say, oh, we made a mistake, we listened, look at us, we're very nice people, we've withdrawn it, right? I think that with this current situation, Werner saying, yeah, Liverpool should go and play out there, and Henry saying, no, we shouldn't. I think those comments are out there for your benefit. I really do. I do think that is testing the water. Because if these two have that opinion, right, and they've got difference of opinions about it, we ain't going to fucking know about it. These are very, 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 very switched on, powerful businessmen. If you think that one of them said, publicly in an interview or whatever, yeah, I think this is a great idea, and they've got to look like they're on the same fucking page. It's not a drama at the end of the day if they're not, but in my opinion, and I'm entitled to one, they want to show that they're on the same page with things. So I think this was a little like, let's you say that, silly cunt, and I'll say this, right? And we'll just, do you know what I mean? Like, you can set it off to create the discussion and I'll set it off to calm it down. I'm absolutely convinced. So I wouldn't waste your time wondering if there's a drama, trying to suggest there's a drama between them both, because I've seen people shit stirring, trying to say that there's a big split in the FSG camp. I wouldn't waste your time with that, guys. There's no way in a million years that was just two differences of opinions being played out publicly for us. At all. Because it makes Werner look a bit of a fucking idiot if you think about it. Do you know what I mean? You basically got the main man saying, I don't know what he's on about, but that's not something I'd be up for. I don't believe that you would see any sign of a problem between them played out publicly. I just think it's wishful thinking on the people that are FSG out. That's what I think. That's what they're hoping for or praying for. But I think that those people will be left smiling at some point in the future. Those people, the FSG out people, yeah, I think you're going to get what you want. Not yet, though. But we'll talk about that another day. So, let's leave it there. So the reason for the video was, nah, I don't think there's a fallout. I've heard of differences of opinions before over the sale of the club, but they obviously worked that out, and having a difference of opinion is a business thing. That's you sit around a board table and you throw ideas around. It's not drama, is it? But the main reason for the video is for me to say to you, I don't believe for 1 minute that any of that was genuine. Oh man, I think they were just doing it to test the water. Leaving it with you. All right, guys, if you appreciate the video, please give me a thumbs up. Please drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. Are you down with this conspiracy? Are you down with my conspiracy? Or are you down with the conspiracy of the FSG out people? If you want to buy me a beer, I'm off out for a beer in 35 minutes. You can hit the super thanks. Or you can buy me a coffee if you're a Muslim for tomorrow. All right. Read the video description. I mean, I am allowed to say that, aren't I? I'm allowed to, you know, say you can get me a beer or a coffee, because some people take offence at that. They don't think you should say that, you see. No, they'd probably rather that you had loads of sponsorships or, you know, betting affiliations or ball shaving products and stuff like that. Me, I just prefer just to glide through, you know, and say, if you appreciate my content, you can get me a beer or a coffee, rather than, you know, introducing my videos saying you how to get 25% off the latest VPN or something like that. Do you know what I mean, guys? Yeah, I think it works. Anyway, I'm going out for the afternoon. So if you follow me on X or Instagram at Duncan Oldham, hopefully you'll see us having a bit of a giggle today. All right, guys, take care. And remember, if anyone says to you, I've heard they've had a falling out, ask them next, right? Your response is, where are you on the ownership with Liverpool Football Club? Are you FSG in or FSG out? All right, cheers.